Welcome to Oracle SQL and PLSQL session. Hello everyone, very good morning and good evening to all. Let us start our today's session. I got one question, but what is the use of 1, 2 here, right? Say for an example, if you have any table in real-time project, okay, normally if I want to modify the data, okay, in this table, okay, so I can go for customer one, this one table, this is customer one table, right? But I can go for, see, I have to create table, the customer table based on this S underscore customer underscore SED. I need to create this table. So how can I create this table customer, right? So I'm going to create, normally, how can I create the table? So same like another table. So you have to use create table name as, so you have to mention all the column names, right? But here I'm just to create the table, create table name, customer as this statement. So what is the statement? S underscore customer underscore SCD. See, based on this table, I have to create this table, right? So if you select this particular statement, see, if you are keeping control enter, then this particular entire line will be executed. But if you are using this particular, if you are selecting this alone and then you are executing, whatever you are highlighted, that alone will be executed. So you can see here, this is what select. I'm informing Oracle that create one table called customer as this result. Okay, this result. If you're saying this, then one table will be created like this. If you go and check now, it will be available like this, right? So previously the customer table was not there, but we have created as this way. But sometimes, see why we are creating like this. If you are going to modify any table, okay, any columns, or you are going to delete the data, or you are going to truncate the table, or whatever you are going to do, okay, by using this particular some truncate table, drop table, or you are going to make some updation, or whatever you are going to do on real-time projects, normally we will take a backup. So create table name. So for an example, this table you are going to modify, normally you will take backup of this table. So entire table will be backup, and always you have to use the naming convention like this. After some time, after 1 month or 3 months, see, sometimes the Oracle DBS team, they will check the space of the database. If more space has been occupied, they will run the purge queries in the statements. They will run it. See what it will do. Whatever the table has been created, like underscore backup, for more than 3 months or more than 1 month, it will get deleted. Okay, it will get purged. So that's what they should have some codes. They will run it periodically, like 1 month after 1 month, or whatever the table is not used. See, with the not used table, what they will do, DBS, they will collect information. So, okay, these tables are getting loaded, or but not used by any of the consumers. No one is using the table. Then why you are loading the table? They will ask. See, no one is used to last 6 months at this table. They will ask us. They will send a mail to the corresponding owner of the table, particular team. They will ask, do we need to have this particular table, or can we drop the table? They will ask in that way, right? So this is what they will maintain the space and everything. Unwanted tables, they will delete it. So even they will keep this particular table for 1 month or 3 months or something. So in that particular time, if you have wrongly deleted or if you have wrongly dropped the table, so you can get the data from the backup table. But sometimes we need to create a table with structure alone. Say for an example, any unsatisfied condition if you are making, where 2 equal to 3, the 2 will be equal to 3? No, right? This unsatisfied condition. So if you are making this like conditions, so 2 equal to 3 or 1 equal to 2 or A equal to B or anything, okay? That means it will select only structure of the table, not the data, right? So you are using where 2 equal to 3, not the data. It will select only structure of the table. We are informing Oracle that, okay, create one table of this structure, right? So we are informing this way. See here, we have informed. Customer table will have the data, but customer backup table will not have any data. Customer table will not have any data. Even if you are mentioning like 1 equal to 2. So what is the meaning of 1 equal to 2? Sorry, 1 equal to 1. 1 equal to 1 you are using. Okay, so 1 equal to 1 means it's a condition satisfied. So it will create with data. Okay. And after creating it, say for an example, you have created it. So you have created it. There is no data in the table. If you want to insert all the data, insert into this table, select star from something like this table. Say for an example, see, I'm telling you this way. Select star from the table. This way you can select, and 5 rows got inserted. If you go and check, all the data should be inserted. See, this way you can put whatever the way you want to create a tables, you can use it. See, what is collections, where it will be used. Select star from customer. If you see this customer table, you have some data of the particular table. So you are seeing the data of the table. Yes. Then, so what is this customer table? So I'm just describing it. DSA customer. Okay. So if you see the tables, customer ID, what is the data type? It's a number data type. First name, what is the data type? Varchar data type. Mobile, it's a varchar data type. See, what is these data types? It is a Oracle predefined data type, right? Oracle predefined data type. If you see number data type, see number means, yes, you have number data type. It is a varchar. It is a number or varchar. So you can have this particular data type. So you can have the values like this, right? See, these are all Oracle predefined data type. So can we create any data type by ourselves? Can we create any data type by ourselves by combining two columns like customer ID and first name? Like this is number data type, this is varchar data type. Can I create in this way some array of values? Or can I create one data type like this entirely? Yes. So that is called collections and record. So if you take data types in Oracle, okay, there are majorly two different data types. One is scalar data type. Scalar data type means you'll have number, integer, float. See, all these are numeric data type, a character data type, date data type, and large object, and Boolean data type, like true or false. See, these are all the scalar data type. So each and every field will have the information, right? Yes, number data type, number of that number information will have. Then you can have composite data type. See, in composite data type, we have two different types. One is record, the other one is collection. See here, record, the meaning itself you can see. The record is nothing but in table, we will call it as one record, right? See, one record this way. If I want to create composite means you want to create combining more than one column as a data type, then you can go for two different data types. One is record and the other one is collections. Okay, so mostly these collections are used in the performance tuning. Okay, so PLSQL code, if I want to go for any performance tuning, then you can go for the collections to get more data from the base table to local memory to load it and then process it. So that's what we'll go for collections here. Okay, what is record? Two different. We have already seen this percentage row type. So what the percentage row type will do? So percentage row type means the entire record, the columns, right? So if you have 100 columns in a table, yes, I want to take all the 100 columns data type. Yes, you can take all the 100 columns data type in one single percentage row type. So one variable it will be stored. But type is nothing but if the table contains 100 columns, I do not want to take all the 100 columns. I want to take only 20 columns out of it or 30 columns. Then I can go for the type here. Okay, so we can mention that record type. So what is this? We'll see. So if you see this, PLSQL lets you to define two kinds of composite data types. One is collections, other one is record. A composite data type stores values that have internal components. Okay, so internal components. See, major difference between record and collection is whatever the composite data type it has, record we can have different data types. Okay, array of different data types you can have, but collection you need to have a logically grouped same data type. If it is number, is all the elements in the collection should have a number data type. If it is varchar, all the elements in the collection should have varchar only. No other data types are allowed. Okay, so two different data types or three different data types, then you can go for record. If same data type, you can go for collections. Okay, you can pass the entire composite variables to a subprograms as parameters, and you can access internal components of composite variables individually. In a collection, the internal components always have same data type, right? So as I told, in the collection, internal components will have same data type are called elements. You can access each element of a collection variable by its index. So index you can make it, but this concept I will tell you while taking the collections, okay? But we will go for first record type. So what is this record type? Okay, see, record type means a record type is a complex data type which allows a programmer to create a new data type with the desired column structure. See, I want to create a new data type. Okay, so it's not a number, it is not a varchar, it is not a data type. I want to create my own data type with collection of the columns. Okay, complex data type. So that is what it is, similar to structure in C. A structure is a collection of variables, can be of different types under a single name. Okay, the same thing we have seen in C, C++ and all, right? If you see the structure name, this is record name here, and data type member 1, data type member 2. Here I'm taking name. So name is character, some CAT number is integer, salary is float. So this is structure of person. Okay, structure of student, structure of any other. You can define any other structure here. See here, I'm creating one structure here, and then I'm accessing through structure, right? So if you go to printf person1 dot name, the name will be printed. Okay, see, this is the one name, right? So I'm just making this, and I'm getting the CAT number and salary, all this. See, this is a structure in C. The same way in PLSQL, yes, in PLSQL, we have a record type. Okay, in PLSQL is called record type. A record type is a complex data type which allows a programmer create a new data type with the desired column structure. It is similar structures in C. Okay, it groups one or more column to form a new data type. These columns will have its own name and data type. A record type can accept the data. Yes, if you see this, I'll go for first scalar data type. So what is scalar data type? If you look at this particular code, if you look at this particular program, okay, it has DBMS output. I'll go to DBMS output, or I can make the server output. Okay. So if you see this, this is called scalar data type. Normally first name. So normally what we will do, we will define varchar2 of 30, right? And What is the salary? Salary will mention that number of 10 is decimal, then we'll mention number of 10 comma 2, something like this, right? See, we will define this way. This is called the scalar data type. See, we are defining and we are getting the data from the base table, and in the PLSQL code, we are defining it and we are processing it. See, the same way, instead of mentioning like this, you can mention percentage type. See, percentage type means that particular column alone will be taken, right? Consider. Percentage row type means the entire record data type will be stored, right? Entire data type, entire column. If the table has 100 columns, all the 100 columns data type will be stored, right? So that's what you can go for the percentage row type, right? The percentage, this is normally percentage type. We have already seen this. And percentage row type. Okay, so record type means a record type. Similarly, simply means a new data type. Right? That's it. So one record type is created. It will be stored as a new data type in the database, and you can do the declare and variable all this same way. So how can I create it? So you cannot create a record type at schema level. Okay, at the database level, you have to create. Okay, record type. To define a record type, specify its names, define its field. You can see here. This is the syntax. Create type, the data type name, okay, is record, and what is the column names and data types. But this is syntax. But if you want to declare it in the subprogram, that is your function, procedure, or whatever it may be, you want to declare it, you have to do anonymous block or anything, you have to do this way. So inside, you have to use the keyword called declare instead of create. Directly, you can use declare. This is data type name. So like a varchar to, we have the data type, right? The same way we are going to create our own data type. Data type name is record, open bracket, close bracket, then all the columns. That's it. See, this is the way you have to declare the type. This is called record type. Okay. In interview, they will ask what is the record type. See here, we have the percentage row type. See what is percentage row type? We have already seen this, right? So normally we will call it as it's a anchor data type. Anchor data type, right? So if you look at anchor data type in PLSQL, so this is what you will have percentage row type, all this. Anchor data types in PLSQL. If you go and search this way, so anchor data type means, so these two you'll get it. If you go to Oracle site, okay, so you'll be having, there will be a two anchor variables, two database data type used, percentage type and percentage row type. See, this is what they will say, like sometimes anchor data type. Okay, so you have to define this way. So sometimes they will ask this way. So that's why I'm giving the name. Okay, so if you see this, what is this? I'm just creating select star into. Normally we will select one by one all the columns, right? When I select by using star, yes, you can do the select star. Select all the columns into this record. This is a record now. Entire row it will have the data type. So from employees where employee ID equal to 10120. That means we are selecting only one record. Yes, we can select only one record only. We are not using any cursor here, or we are not using any bulk collect here. So just we are selecting this way, right? But if you see this, what is this? It is the variable of row type. Entire row it will be taken. Employees table, percentage row type. See, after that, if you want to use it, you can use the variable name. Okay, this variable name dot the column name. Okay, no need to define each and every columns what is the data type, right? So first name, whether we have defined, no. Phone number, whether we have defined, no. It will be having all the data, entire information of entire record. But see here, if the table has 100 columns, but we are using only 2 columns, unnecessarily we are storing all the columns information, right? percentage row type. So no need to go for all the column data types. Instead of this, you can go for type, record type. So what is this record type? I'm creating my own data type for my project. Okay, if you see this example, okay, declare end begin type. This is a keyword, right? So what is the syntax here? We have seen the syntax of this one. Type. This is the data type name. See, you know what is meant by number? Yes. We know all this, what is meant by varchar2, right? Same way, I'm creating one data type called employee record type. Okay, this is one data type. Ourselves we are creating. That's what we are defining like a type. Okay, type this variable name. Okay, the data type name of this type is record. So what is the type of this data type of this variable? Is a record. It will contain only two columns value. One is first name value, the other one is salary. So two information only. It will have it. See, if you have hundreds of columns, don't need to take all the 100 value, all the 100 columns in percentage row type. Instead, you can go for type. And if you notice here, there is a major difference between type and record and collections. In record, you can have different data type. Varchar2 data type, number data type, right? It's a definition. We are defining it. We are informing Oracle that, okay, so I'm creating my own data type called EMPL record type is a record, okay, of this particular record type. And what is this EMP record? It's a variable name, right? Variable of this type. So normally how we will define? Okay, I'm defining A. It's a number data type, right? Number of 10. Just I'm assigning a value, number of 10 equal to something like 1, 2, 3, 4. Some values I'm assigning. Up to 10 digit you can assign, but I'm assigning 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 1, 2, 3, 4 will be stored the variable called A of this data type. Same way, so this is the variable. So here A, right? Same way I'm using EMP record of this data type. And I'm not assigning any value here. Okay. So just I'm defining it. That's it. Here definition of this particular data type. And I'm declaring it. And I'm going to use this variable dot first name. Okay. What is this? Okay. So what is this? I'm just hard coding the value. I'm not taking from any table. Am I taking from any table? No, I'm not taking from any table. I'm just hard coding the value and John and some values I'm giving salary and I'm printing here first name and salary. So if you see this, it will be printed. So whether I have defined any number data type or varchar data type here, no, right? But if you don't define here, you cannot assign it directly, right? So what is this? Like this. So I cannot define. So that is why we are using record. If you want to create your own complex data type, then you can create it by combining two or more columns. It is similar to structure in C or any other languages. Next one, what is this, right? Same way, I have used employee record type is record, first name and salary. Two columns I have taken. Even you can take 10 columns. If the table contains 100 columns, we can take 20 columns, all this. All the information will be stored in one particular data type. Okay. And I'm using it. I'm not using any. This is the declaration, the definition, declaration part. I'm not assigning value. But here, I'm not giving hard coded value. I'm just selecting first name, salary into this single variable. Okay. Single variable is called record now. A record of this particular data type, composite data type. First name is varchar2, salary is number 8. See, this is the same data type, it will be stored on the same order. The order is very, very important here. If you are using first name and salary, the same order you have to select here. That is what it will be stored in this particular record. And employees, you have to select yes, one record. But if you want to go for loop, then you have to use cursor. Okay. So just I'm using it and it is printing. So from where it is printing? From the employees table. Yes, this is the way it will print. Okay. So I'm going with, see, wherever you are finding the keyword called type, that means we are defining it. If you go to real-time project, you can see this type of informations. They might be using it, and it is nothing but we are defining the data type. Okay. So type employee record is record of this first name, and this one same way I'm defining. And here I'm using both first name as well as salary. Both I'm just making it. Yes, getting okay. First name is Matthew and salary is this one. If you're going for any other employee ID, you'll get other data here, right? Yes, you are getting other data. See, what is the use of these collections and this information, right? See, collections are used in some of the most important performance optimization features in PLSQL. You can go for bulk collect. Yes, you can use for bulk collect, you will use this collection only. So we'll be using select statement that retrieve multiple rows from a single fetch, increasing the speed of data retrieval. So bulk collect we will see tomorrow. So at the time I will explain that. So how this collections will be used in bulk collect. Same way you'll be using one keyword in PLSQL called for all. So if you use for all, yes, this is also will be used in bulk collect and rest of the PLSQL code. Like for all means it will take all the data, insert, update, or delete. So that use collections to change multiple rows of data very quickly. Okay. A collection is an ordered group of logically related element, but record is different data type element. A table functions, yes, PLSQL functions that return collection can be called in the from class of a select statement. Yes, we can take functions also. Main purpose of using collection is to improve the performance. Using collection, we can load all the record once from the database into local memory. Okay, if you have huge volume of data, so you remember the context switching. So you have the SQL block, PLSQL block. Whenever you are using any PLSQL block, so it will go to the database, the SQL engine and PLSQL engine. There should be a context switching. It if you are making more context switching, then it will take a lot of memory. To avoid that, if you use collections to load all the data, so whatever the data we need, all the data into a database, from the database to your local memory, then if you want to perform the operations, okay, whatever the operation you want to perform, local memory means you are bringing in the data to your PLSQL block. Okay, so that means it store the data into your local memory. So it reduces calls to the database. But context switching will be reduced. Okay, so that's what you can do. Collections will be used, but collections are logically grouped same type of elements, and the record is nothing but it's a different data types. So you can see here another example of record type. This is a data type is record first name salary. Okay, I'm using it and first name salary, and I'm just printing phone number. So will it be printed phone number? What is the error I will get? I'm just printing first name salary here, this record type, selecting first name salary into this one and using that, but I'm just printing the phone number here. So will it be printed? No, if you print phone number, you'll be getting error, must be declared. So you have to declare that. So where should I declare? First, you have to declare here and you have to select from here. Okay, I have declared, I'm not using it, that's fine. But you have to, if you are declaring it, you have to select and use it. Okay, so that's one thing. If you want to do it, again, you have to go for, so this one, okay. This is null constraint. How can I use null constraint in PLSQL code? So we know already, right? So we are defining set server output on, declare type, employee record type is record, first name varchar 2, it is a not null data type. Okay, it will not accept not null. It will not accept null value. Just I'm assigning a value, John here. Okay, it's not null. It will not be taken any null values. Okay, so I'm just defining this one and I'm making this employee record type dot salary equal to 100. See here, salary I'm defining, sorry, I'm assigning a value here, but for first name, I have defined value here, salary, sorry, name of this first name here itself. So if I'm going to execute name and salary, it will be printed. But here I'm going to assign null value. Okay, null value I'm assigning. It's a not null column. If I'm going to use null value for the not null, you are getting error. You are violating that, right? You are violating. So change the data, how it is manipulated, declare. Values do not violate the constraints. So we should not violate the constraints. So why? Because we have given as not null and we are violating it. And if you are declaring it and not using it, yes, that is fine. You have declared it, but if you are not using it, no issues.